We're already under pressure to make numbers this quarter, and I don't want any unpleasant surprises. The curve is quoted as a yield spread over governments, Josh. We're long the underlying corporates and short the JGBs. I paused to let him get flustered. Josh has always been a relationship guy, his primary skill chatting up beefy CEOs on the links. His ignorance of basic market conventions is a source of constant amusement to the trading side of the firm. Your point being, he asks warily. The value of the spread moves inversely to the value of our position. Controllers is accusing us of hiding profits, not losses. Tigger's cracking up, both hands covering his mouth. I flash him a quick grin, but I have to credit Josh for asking questions. He's the one who will end up taking the heat if anything ever goes really bad, an all too common occurrence at financial firms like ours. Byzantine frauds brought massives like Enron, Barings, and Daiwa Bank to their knees virtually overnight, their humiliated management's only defense that they were too dumb or inattentive to know what was going on. At least Josh is trying. We aren't supposed to be hiding anything, he says primly, glossing over his misunderstanding. Which brings me to a second reason for my concern. Some of our banking fees have been unexpectedly pushed back to next month. We need to dig deep if we're going to meet the analysts' projections. Right. On Wall Street, you're only as good as your most recent performance, and the bankers are busy playing the same game we are, trying to defer as much revenue as possible into the fourth quarter so they can look like heroes just before bonuses are decided. I'd love to lend a hand, Josh, but the cupboard's bare. We marked that Japanese credit spread wide because we have liquidity issues. We're long more than 120 yards of corporates, and the market's only bid for about 10. Tigger gives me 2 thumbs up. Josh is silent. A yard's a billion yen, I add helpfully, knowing there's no chance that Josh can convert yen to dollars in his head. So you're saying it wouldn't be prudent to take profit at this point? He asks after another brief pause. Exactly. He sighs like a man carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders, but I'm not buying it. An ex-banker like Josh has to know that his former cohorts are sandbagging him, and there's no reason why my guy should pick up the slack. Whatever fees Josh needs from them to make the firm's numbers will miraculously rematerialize before Friday. One more thing, Peter, he says. William Turndale called this morning while I was at breakfast. Is there anything I should know before I get back to him? William Turndale is the CEO of Turndale & Company, an asset management firm that's one of our most important clients. He's generally agreed to be the biggest prick on Wall Street, which is a bit like having the largest shoe size in the NBA. It's not likely that he's calling Josh to tell him what a terrific job we're doing. Pasha or no, even the head of a Fortune 100 investment bank has to take shit from customers. Hang on a second. I press the mute button and look over at Tigger. We got any problems with Turndale that you know about? They're always bitching about something, he says, shrugging. But I haven't heard about anything particular. We don't know why he's calling, I say into the phone. All right, Josh says wearily. I'll give him a ring back and see what he wants. Let me know if there's a problem. And by the way, Tigger's sitting here with me, and he just passed me a note. He thinks we might be able to shake some cash loose from that Japanese corporate position. I'll look into it and get back to you. Tigger jerks upright in his chair, sputtering a protest. I touch a finger to my lips. That's great, Peter, Josh says, sounding a bit more cheerful. Thanks very much. Everything good at home? Terrific. Thanks for asking. You be sure to send Jenna my best. Josh has a 3x5 card in his Rolodex listing my birthday, my schools, and my wife's name. In season, he congratulates me every time my old team wins, never missing the opportunity to add a personal touch. I will. And keep me posted on Turndale, please. Absolutely. He hangs up. I smack the release button on my phone turret with the back of the receiver and drop the handset on the desk. He sends his best to Jenna, I say to Tigger. Douchebag, Tigger says, glaring. Be nice. You're talking about our fearful leader. The hell I am. I'm talking about you. What the fuck are you doing, telling him I said we could take profit on our Japanese position? Sometimes you gotta go along to get along, I say, mimicking Tigger's accent. Who used to tell me that? You go along with guys that are gonna go along with you. Next time we got a problem here, Josh is gonna...